With so many character dining options in the Disney parks and resorts, it can be really hard to narrow down your choices. Today, I'm going to share my family's top 5 picks so that you can use our kind of experience to plan your next Disney vacation. As a travel agent specializing in Disney destinations, I've made it my mission to maximize the magic on your next Disney vacation. Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I make Disney planning content here on my channel every Tuesday and Thursday. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button down below and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. Now, before we get into my family's top 5 picks, I wanted to share an honorable mention with you, and that is going to be Tusker House over in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Tusker House is a restaurant that we haven't eaten at since I was very little, so I don't remember it, and it's also changed quite a bit since we ate there. So I didn't want to put it in our top 5 since we don't have personal experience with it, but it is a major fan favorite. People rave about Tusker House. This character meal is Donald and Friends. So you're going to meet Donald, Daisy, Mickey, and Goofy typically. Now, when I tell you the characters in this video, these characters are always subject to change. Certain restaurants have a higher turnaround with characters in regards to who will visit each day. However, you can usually expect at least 2 or 3 of them to be pretty constant. So here, Donald is really going to be your constant because it's his restaurant. The food here, I can tell you, is probably delicious. I mean, people tell me it's delicious. But I really enjoyed my meal at Animal Kingdom Lodge at Boma, which is a buffet just like Tusker House. And they have a lot of the same tastes and like palates as far as food goes. So if you like Boma, I can pretty much say you will like Tusker House. But they also have some safer American foods if you aren't as adventurous of an eater as some other people. We typically just don't get there because we love Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom over in Pandora, and so we never really eat sit-down meals there. However, we definitely want to check it out in the future. Number 5 on my list is going to be 1900 Park Fare. And I'm going to emphasize that dinner is my favorite meal here, and if we were just considering dinners, this would probably be higher on my list. 1900 Park Fare has 2 different sets of characters. So at breakfast, it is going to be Pooh, Tigger, Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland, and the Mad Hatter. Again, this is just typically that's who you'll see. At dinner, my favorite, you are going to see Cinderella, Prince Charming, Anastasia, Drizella, and Lady Tremaine. This restaurant is famous for their strawberry soup. It is located in Grand Floridian on the ground floor. And if you schedule an early dinner, or if you just happen to be at Grand Floridian around 3 o'clock or 3:30, they usually process out with Cinderella and Prince Charming, and they do a little dance in the lobby. You can ask at the front desk at the Grand Floridian for the exact time of that day. Sometimes it changes by a few minutes depending on the schedule. There is not a lunch at 1900 Park Fare because they do the Wonderland Tea Party. I will leave some information about that in the description down below just in case you are interested in that, but that's why there's no lunch there. Number 4 on my list is a princess dining, and that is going to be Akershus over in Norway in Epcot. This is one of my favorite meals on property. I particularly like dinner, but Akershus is great because at breakfast you've got your standard breakfast American food, so it's safe for the picky eater. And at lunch and dinner they have both some American options on the menu, and they also have some much more Norwegian options. They actually took my very favorite meal off the menu between my 2016 trip and when we ate there in 2018, which was the field pasta. However, I had the 4-cheese pasta in June of last year, and it was delicious. It was basically ravioli, but there was a special Norwegian sauce, balsamic glaze sort of mixture on top, and it was delicious. The characters you can expect to see here are going to be princesses. Belle is usually the one like standard princess, and then we've also met Aurora, Snow White, Ariel, and Cinderella. Now, the princess meals are going to be where you're going to see a little more rotation because sometimes some other princesses will step in. Now, if you've been following my channel for any particular length of time, then you know that I think character dining is an awesome way to save time in the parks. And if you're looking for more ways to maximize your time in Disney or just kind of change up your itinerary, make sure to check out this video here where I talk all about that. Number 3 on my list is Cinderella's Royal Table. Now, I put this so high on my list because I really think you really just can't beat eating in Cinderella Castle. There is nothing like looking out those stained glass windows. Not that you can see all that much out the stained glass, but they're beautiful. And it's just a stunning restaurant. I've also always been really happy with the meal here. No, it's not going to be like super fancy, but it's kid friendly. It's good enough. I think it's pretty good. I had a steak last time we were there and it was delicious. And the appetizers and desserts are also really good. The character interactions we've always been happy with. They, I think, in my opinion, are a little longer there than they are at Akershus. And the restaurant isn't quite as kind of cramped. Akershus isn't really cramped, but it's definitely smaller and the tables are closer together. Obviously in Cinderella's Royal Table you're going to meet Cinderella, but we've also met Jasmine, Ariel, Snow White, and Aurora here. All in all, this is a really great option. Remember, it is 2 credits on the Disney dining plan, so plan your credits accordingly. Now, if you don't want to worry about credits and how all of that works, then I highly encourage you to work with your favorite travel agent. I am currently taking new clients. You can always find my email information in the description down below. But I would love to work with you and your family to make some more magic. Number 2 on my list is Crystal Palace, and this restaurant does not get enough love in my opinion. We love Crystal Palace. I've eaten breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and I will go back for more. Breakfast has one of my favorite dishes like ever. It's called Pooh's Puffed French Toast. It's delicious. I've actually made it at home. It's not as good as it is in Disney, obviously, because I don't deep fry it the way they do, but it's absolutely delicious. At Crystal Palace, you will meet Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet. And this is the only place that you're going to meet Eeyore and Piglet. Typically, Pooh and Tigger do meet over in Fantasyland if you want to wait in line for them. Their line is outside though, so you do want to keep that in mind. It's not covered. There's a couple umbrellas, but that doesn't really count. A pro tip for you, if you get a 7:45-ish reservation on a night that the fireworks are at 9 or 9:15, and you ask for a window seat, you may have to wait a little longer, but you can also be able to see the projections on the castle for Happily Ever After. So keep that in mind. I'm not sure if they pipe the music into the restaurant. That I'm not positive of. But you can see all the fireworks and all the projections without people standing in front of you, so that's pretty cool. Number 1 on my list is a true Disney classic, and that is going to be Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's is over in the Contemporary Resort, the resort that the monorail drives right through. You can actually see the monorail go through the hotel from the restaurant, so that is really cool. Typically, you're going to always meet Mickey here, but you're also going to see Donald, Goofy, Pluto, and Minnie. The food here is pretty typical American food. Delicious. They have really good tater tots. Any tater tot that you eat in Disney is gonna be pretty good. But the food here is good enough. You have to keep in mind when you're doing character dining that you're not really there for the food. Some food is better than others, such as Tusker House and Cinderella's Royal Table, and I would also lump Akershus in there. But anyway, the food's really not, it's not bad, but Chef Mickey's food is going to be more average. But this is a classic Disney restaurant, and I highly recommend it to pretty much anyone. It's also just walking distance away from Magic Kingdom, so that means that if you need a break midday and have a reservation there, you're going to get out of the sun for a couple hours, and that is just really nice. So now that I've told you all of my top 5 plus that honorable mention, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is your favorite character dining restaurant in Walt Disney World? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I would love to hear from you. Remember, every family is a little bit different in terms of what they like and what they are looking for out of a character meal, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so I'd love to hear yours. If you've been watching my channel lately, then you know that this is part of my Mickey with Littles series. These were some of the best character dining choices for kids. However, I'm also going to be lumping this into a series that we're going to be starting in a couple weeks, all about dining in Disney. Now, that series is going to kick off after all of my trip vlogs. So let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you what you want to see from me in terms of vlogs. As you know, I post 2 videos every week, Tuesday and Thursday. So I was toying with a couple different ideas. We leave for our trip a week from Saturday. I am so excited, first of all. Anyway, I have next week's videos planned out. I'm going to talk about my itinerary and how we planned that on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a packing video. So while I'm gone, what kind of things do you want to see? I'm probably going to be editing vlogs pretty much every night when we get back to the hotel so that I can clear out space on my memory cards. Do you want 2 planning videos the way we usually do them, plus a vlog on like Sundays or something? Or do you want just like all vlogs for like 3 weeks straight? Or do you want 1 planning video and 1 vlog per week? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm at a loss for what to do. So, we are going to be vlogging a lot of exciting stuff, including one of the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties, the opening of Galaxy's Edge, and the opening of the Food and Wine Festival and the Plain White Tees concert, which I'm very excited for. That's like the opening act of Food and Wine Festival this year. So, let me know your thoughts. I need help. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys with the last video of this series on Thursday. I'll see you then. Bye!